All couples disagree sometimes, but are you finding that you're fighting continually? Today, we talk about what to do. Welcome to Living Life Strong, where I give you tips on how you can happen to your life so that your life doesn't happen to you. Listen, we all have arguments, but when those arguments become continual, if they're not handled well, then that can actually turn into marriage-killing deadlocks that resurface on a regular basis. And this can cause more emotional distancing and a downward spiral. So, when couples have the same argument repeatedly with no resolution, the words, and this exchange, it follows a well-worn track, and everybody's driven by their personalities and previous patterns of arguing, and then more time and energy are spent fighting with each other than actually exploring the real issues. So, what happens is there becomes no capacity for actual empathy for each other or affection within that relationship. So rather than making actual progress toward a solution, a husband and wife tend to be pushed further apart emotionally. And then the argument will stumble into a dead end. Maybe one person, leaves, retreats, a door slams, and in any case, the issue is left unresolved and both spouses feel unfairly treated and mistreated by the other person. A lot of times, both spouses feeling this way. And at that point, compromise, it seems like it's out of the question because each person feels like they have to give up something or abandon a core value that they have. And the argument has gone too far for too long for either the husband or the wife to give in while still retaining any self-respect. So this cycle can actually create injuries that grow larger than the actual original argument. And then after a while, the only thing that's left is the pain, the wounding, the feeling of being unloved or unheard. That is the only thing that we can remember. And so is there a solution to this? Well, actually, continual disagreements doesn't have to derail your marriage completely. Most unresolved problems will not harm your relationship if you and your spouse have an adequate set of communication skills and follow just a few basic principles. For instance, remember, the vast majority of marital disagreements actually involved differences of opinions as opposed to these do-or-die moral issues. So, to realize that it's actually okay to disagree. It's okay to agree to disagree on a lot of these issues. And we need to not try to argue our spouse into changing how they feel about something. Look, if your wife likes the color green, then there's nothing to gain by convincing her blue is better. If your husband hates opera, you're probably never going to get him to appreciate that. But what you can do is actually encourage some very thoughtful conversations where you can actually unpack your own feelings about some of the issues that you both disagree on. And this can actually lead to a shift into your spouse's direction. But more importantly, these conversations are the things in which real intimacy is made. So listen and acknowledge each other's viewpoints. It's far more important than winning the argument. You can both have passionate opinions about something that you disagree on, but you just need to express them in a way that your spouse feels heard, not only heard, but they also feel respected and even admired. See, it's okay to disagree and still have respect and admiration for each other. So listen to the other person's ideas. Ask questions. Clarify what you don't understand. But while you do that, make sure that you're avoiding interrupting and listen, no snarky comments. So I want to challenge you to commit to pray both as individuals as well as a couple, because sometimes in dealing with these continual conflicts, it requires wisdom and tact that's sometimes beyond our human capabilities. So submit these issues to God, submit them to God. That's the beginning of a foundation of a strong marriage. Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so does one person sharpen another. That is what a marriage is supposed to be about, is iron sharpening iron, not continual fighting, continually whittling at each other's self-esteem. Have a great marriage and live life strong.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow Living Word on social media. We post content each and every week, and you don't want to miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Instagram, and make sure to turn on notifications for all three, so you'll receive the latest news, updates, and content right at your fingertips.